we go. All right, I'm live. Cool, so a recap then. Where we left off, the journey to Skyreach has finally begun. After doing some final preparation and loading up the Albatross, which is Barrett's massive galleon, with the gunpowder kegs and all the extra sailors that you're bringing along to help with the assault, you left the port city of Kamar, traversing the treacherous waters of the Moor and nearly losing a party member overboard. If not for the quick mind of Donda, you sailed the waters of the southern coast of Voltara for around a week. Along the way, you encountered fog, storms, and even an ambush from a group of harpies. Along the way, you couldn't help but feel a sense of deja vu, as it was only a few weeks ago that you were on a ship sailing these very waters, heading to the very same destination, although you didn't know it at the time. The key difference now is that then you were prisoners bound unjustly by the Empire to be slaves, working on the very structure that you now intend to destroy. On the 7th day of your travel, Prex Shia, the topman of the Albatross, saw red sails on the horizon heading in your direction, and that's where we pick up. So the call rings out across the crew, "Sails on the horizon," and everyone comes up and looks. Barrett comes up on top and stands in the captain's area beside the ship wheel, and looks for himself. And this is where we sort of left off, conversation being had around the decision, how do we want to approach? Barrack is a fierce captain, as I mentioned last time, and he's open to all ears. He doesn't necessarily want to just drive his crew in one direction or the other, and so he looks amongst you. He asks Arya, and she's given him the nod that, yeah, she's kind of keen to sink a ship. Haven't done that in a while, although to be fair, they're not necessarily like a pirate ship or anything. They don't necessarily fight all the time. But Barrack looks to the rest of you. He looks to you, Valorant, and says, "Yourself, what do you think? How would you like to handle it? Full-on assault and sink it, or do you want to risk the parley? Maybe we can talk away past it."
I assume it's fair to guess that red sails mean an Empire ship.
I imagine so.
Well, quick look at the sails. What sort of scale of ship are we dealing with here compared to ours?
All right, roll a perception check. If you want to take advantage, because you've got plenty of other people on the ship with you.
Sure.
Yeah. As you're doing this, Barrack mentions, can't be a coincidence that we're seeing the ship so close to Skyreach. I imagine that it's most likely a patrol. On a 16, the ship is multi-sailed, so it's a large ship, likely multiple, multi-crew, multi-passengers. Doesn't seem to be as large as the ship that you're currently on, though.
Okay,
Barrack's
so
ship is special.
Well, if we've got numbers, what are the chances they're rocking a mage or something that can get a message out? I don't know enough about ship crews.
Barrack turns to you. Donda, you're a wizard, you know these things. Likelihood that these ships will carry a wizard and would have the abilities to send messages?
Aye. It's possible. The last ship we were on was at least able to detect our magic somehow. I would advise stealth.
Indeed. Potentially a full-on assault would be risky. We can't afford to let them escape, that much is clear. If they were able to flee, and were able to give any sort of warning of our coming, then all of our plans have been for naught.
Well, they're obviously coming at us. Maybe we pull up on side, see if we can talk our way out, and if we can't, then at least we don't have to run to. We don't have to chase them down.
Indeed, like the way you think. All right, very well. Just remember, if it does come to a fight, we can either choose to sink them, chase them down with our ship and hopefully superior firepower, or any mentions for a couple of the sailors to, start getting prepared. We have these grappling hooks. Grab a few, hook them onto the side of their ship and pull them in, board them, be quick and efficient. We have a few options available to us.
talking about firepower, how about we prepare the cannons just in case?
Like the way you think.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm going downstairs to go talk to the bombardier bloke.
Good.
Are we cannons on both sides or only one?
2 on each side up the front.
Okay, well, we'll have to come alongside to have a chat and probably lash together because I would guess they probably want to do an inspection. So that'll save us a lot of work.
Indeed. Yes, Rio, do that. Let the Massa Gunner know that something is abroad, and we will prepare for boarding. Rio, was there something you wanted to do when you headed down, or you're just down to sort of just get prepped?
Down there to talk to him, tell him what's going on, and prep both the guns ready to go.
Cool. Yep, you can see the dude. Bald head, big fiery red beard. Oh, chance to fire the baddies, eh? These big baddies. All right, come over here. And he, brings you over and you can work together. You've worked together a bit over the last week or so, and so you know where most things go, but start loading up your cannons, getting the refills ready to go.
Makeshift dynamite arrow.
You took the words out of my mouth, Lasser.
Yeah, it's like just strap it to the
Reeve,
side of the wall.
while I'm down here, I
Yep.
rip out the dynamite that he gave me the other day.
Okay.
How long would you say the timer is on these fuses?
Timer? What do you mean?
Oh, until it explodes.
Oh, he looks at it, pulls the fuse out, so it's taut. He sort of chews on it a little bit. Yeah, it could be anywhere from 10 seconds to 30 seconds.
Sweet. I'm gonna take a minute to strap that stick of dynamite to an arrow.
Okay. Why don't you just roll a... What would you roll for this? What would you like to roll? Tell me what you reckon this check would be. We need a check.
Dex check because he's tying it.
Yeah. Do you reckon just a straight dex? You're not proficient in crafting or anything like that?
No.
But he gets advantage. He's got the other guy with him, right?
Yeah, I mean he's busy though. He's getting prepped. So should we just do a straight dex?
Sure, straight dex.
All right. Roll it for me.
Oh dang,
Oh,
dude!
yeah, not bad. All right, so you can find some nice nylon that will be used for maybe fishing or something like that, and strap it nice and tight. You feel pretty confident that this is yeah. The weight of the arrow is going to be potentially a bit awkward when you fire it, but looks solid.
Stuff like that would technically, I guess, would fall under a tinkering check, but you don't have to do a check on a specific attribute. You can say tinkering dex instead of being tinkering.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you're proficient in tinkering, it would.
Yeah, so you get that to it.
Qualify, but he's not. Tinkering is a Mercer thing, right? It's not like a real 5e.
I don't know. I think it'd be like a Mercer thing, or it'd be like a
Pathfinder, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that'd be under.
Yeah. All good. All right. Rio is below, getting the cannons prepped, and crafting arrows. The ships head ever closer together. Any other final preparations you guys want to make before?
You go first.
Okay, cool, thanks. Am I on deck, Riv?
You can be wherever you want. It's going to be a good sort of 20 minutes or so before you come beside each other, so you've got plenty of time to prep.
Is Praxshare in the crow thing?
She's currently at the top. Yeah.
All right, I'll
She's
just
keeping
scramble
an-
up,
just keeping an
scramble
eye.
up there really quickly,
Mhm.
and pat her on the back and give her some guidance. See if there's any cannons on the ship or what she can see from that distance, because she's half elf or something.
She's a half elf, yeah. Okay. Why don't you roll it for me? She has got a plus. Sorry, let me have a look at her thing. Yeah, she's got +5. She's proficient in perception. She just roll 1d20 +5 or 2d20 +5.
Oh, I didn't add the guidance.
Yeah, chuck on. Oh yeah, sorry. It'll just be the one for guidance. Yep, here you go. 13. Great. So you're looking for cannons, you say?
Or cannons or whatever personnel, whatever she can see from up there as the ship is slowly sailing over.
Yeah, at this distance, really difficult to make out details on the ship itself. She can see, she mentions to you that, there are a lot of people on top of that ship. They've got a lot of crew. Man, my guess would be they've probably got soldiers or some sort of guards on board.
Alrighty. I guess I'll scramble down and have a chat to Valoran. Say they've got a sizable force.
We got one of our own. Look at the manifest, says we've got 80 crew. Which is substantial.
Your ship is packed. You know this. You need really only 40 to man a ship of this size, but you've packed it with people intentionally, knowing that you bring the best from all of the ships in the fleet onto your one, as so that you can be the vanguard, the assault. So yeah. All right. Any other final preparation, or are we waiting for the?
Yep. We're going to be going ship versus ship combat. So I am, as bosun, going to strongly suggest to the captain that we might want to get a few buckets out and have a few crew swab on the deck, just so we've got water buckets on hand, because ship versus ship fire is bad.
Yep. Yeah. Excellent. You can see.
So we got a good excuse to have buckets of water out ready to go.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, you can see Arya's already starting to whip the crew together. People are manning the oars. They're getting ready if they need to do any sort of maneuvers. People bring up buckets. People are, strapping down bits and pieces, getting, lining up crossbows ready to fire and hiding them behind. They're a competent crew, and Barrack appreciates it. While you're there, Barrack says to you, Valoran, if it does come to it, and we end up in some sort of a chase, I'll get you up here on top with me. Arya will be below, whipping the crew, not literally, but getting the crew in order. You can help me make decisions and steer, since I won't be able to have my eyes on everything.
Roger. With luck, we won't need to chase. If they'll pull up on side and probably tie on if they want to have a chat and inspection. Let's turn that against them if it does get messy.
Indeed. Ideally, it won't come to it, but in the case that they do manage somehow to pull away, and we have to chase them down, we'll work together and we'll figure it out. If the rest of you guys want to look at some of the things that your boat can do, crack open under the vehicles section. There are a bunch of actions available, and there is special actions. So the action of the ship itself, it'll roll on its own initiative. And it can either move using one of its movement features, which is sails or oars, and it can fire one of its cannons, or some number of its cannons that it's able to, and it can turn 90 degrees maximum in one turn. And then there are a bunch of special actions. So if you're a bosun or a first mate or a captain, you can say full speed ahead, for example, and that just makes you go faster. Similarly, you could do a fire at will, make the ship. One of the ship cannons get advantage, or if you are a gunmaster, you can do pack the good stuff and cause one of the cannons to fire more high quality cannonballs. All right.
Do we have any flags that show that we're peaceful, like a white flag or something, to catch them off guard?
Yeah. So, the more breaker flag is still flying, and the getting a bit closer now. So you're probably a few minutes out from crossing paths. You can now see there is a person on the other ship, doing flag signals, essentially saying, "Halt, be prepared for parley." Essentially, they're getting ready to have a conversation. And someone quickly scrambles to the front of the ship of the Albatross and does similar sort of things, essentially signaling back, "Yes, we'll comply. Let's have a talk."
Riv.
Mm-hmm.
We have plenty of extra gunpowder on board. Yeah.
For the cannons or for the terrorism?
The second one.
Yeah, you guys are all very familiar with where the gunpowder is because you helped bring it on board. There are 15 kegs of gunpowder under a top hole and on the third deck.
Well, I'm with the cannon guy. He'd have lots of extra gunpowder as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah, different.
Do
Like,
you have a barrel of a small size, or is it a different type of gunpowder?
I would imagine he's got a few slightly larger barrels of gunpowder that are just sort of nearby the cannons that can be used for quickly refilling. Larger than the kegs that you'll be carrying to Skyreach.
Just had a thought. Can I ask the guy if he's got oh wait, we got extra, right? We only did like what, 12 for the mission or 8 for the mission?
The advice was that you'd probably want to do 3 at each location. Any more and it might crumble too quickly, and any less it might take too long.
9 for the mission, so we've got 6 extras. I'm thinking of grabbing one of those, and is there, from the gun deck, would I be able to like sneak off the ship and swim around to the other side of their ship?
Carrying a keg?
I mean, if it comes to that, we're right next to each other. You can just point blank them with the cannons.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to swim around if you're carrying a keg. They're way too heavy. You'll get dropped right down.
All right, disregard them.
Yeah. No, I like the idea though. Keep working on it. Maybe you could just like toss it from the thing and make it land on the deck or something. And yeah, I'll leave that one to you.
Oh yeah, I'll
Surprise
swim
me.
around to the other side of the ship and blow it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The ships finally draw closer and closer together until now you can see the faces of the men on the other ship. Bright crimson sails, men in cloaks of blues and reds and greens, all of them wearing armor, all of them looking grim, and one woman in particular standing up near their own wheel. Raven black hair.
Shit.
The sails are pulled down. Oh, sorry.
As we get closer,
Yep.
if we see that black hair on the deck, I will turn my face away
Okay.
and probably signal to any of
Yes.
our crew that we can see that they need to keep their heads down.
I put my hood up.
And I'll whisper to Brack, this is not good. She probably knows us.
At this Barrett frowns, but there isn't a lot we can do really. But he nods and says, understood. I'll see what I can do to make you scarce, but at this point, let's try not to look too suspicious, draw any attention. Barrett steps forward, and with the sails fully drawn now, the ships come to a halt. Members from both sides sort of get their grappling hooks ready and toss them over between each ships so they land on either side and start pulling, heaving, and the ships just slowly come together until they're now docked. The woman up on top in the captain's area walks down the stairs slowly, seriously, and very determined. So you're up close now, you can see very dark eyeshadow around the eyes, a captain's hat, and long raven black hair that flows down her back, held together with a headband. She's got very ornate armor, officer's pauldrons, and a bright blue cloak that also flows down her back. This does not look like anyone you've seen before.
Thank God. I thought it might have been the red cloak.
As she walks down and comes alongside the lower part of the ship, Barrack also sort of matches her pace and just stands awaiting and says nothing. And she also just pauses for a second and just looks around at the crew on the Albatross. Now, this ship has got like 80 people on it. They're not all up here on top, because that would look very suspicious. So from her perspective, it's probably looking fairly standard. And after a moment of inspection, she calls out, "More breakers! State your business in these waters." You can hear her voice is quite sharp and piercing. She's seen a lot of stuff. You can tell from her the clear experience and the way she holds herself and the way she speaks. Barrack responds, "We're just passing on through, Captain. We have business to the south." She says, "Indeed. I suppose we've seen more breakers in these waters before. Well, I'm sure that you wouldn't mind if you are indeed here on legitimate ventures. A quick inspection and you'll be on the way. How does that sound?" Barrack doesn't let anything show. He doesn't. He was expecting this, and so he nods. "Of course, Captain. Like you say, legitimate business. Feel free to send some of your men aboard and inspect." The woman, she sort of nods to a couple of people nearby. She says, "Gale, Lorith, you know what to do." And two men in sort of light blue cloaks step over a gangplank that is placed between the two ships and come on board yours. And as they come across, Barrack steps back to allow them on, and he looks around and he nods to a couple of you and says, who would he say it to? "Kai, Donda, when you show these two men down the ship." And with that, they start heading towards the door. Are any of you taking actions?
I've already pre-casted Vigilant Blessing on myself, but yeah, we follow. We're escorting these two guys.
It's what it seems to be. Barrack has mentioned that he would like you two to escort Gale and Lorith.
Sure. Right this way, Gale and Lorev.
All right. They actually head past you. They're going to head down, first. They're not interested in you guys taking them on a ticket tour. They're here to do business, and so they carry on unless there's something you want to do.
Not yet.
All right.
We follow.
Riv,
Yep.
as we were approaching, could I, with the gunner, have prepared the good powder in just in case it's needed?
Sure.
The good stuff.
You mean like packing the good stuff into one of the cannons?
Yeah, the special action pack, the good stuff. Could we have that pre-prep before we pull alongside?
Yep, I think that's fine. You can have done that on one of them. All right.
Also, if I hear anyone going to walk into the room that I'm in, instant disguise self on myself, make myself look human.
Okay, understood. The two men, they start heading down the first set of stairs into the first deck. And you, I assume, are following behind?
Yeah, as they're doing that, I'd like to uncork my water skin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. This deck, there isn't a lot to be seen, really. It's the living area where people have their food, general living quarters. There's some tables about. There are a few people here, again, probably slightly more than you would expect to see, because there are already a lot of people up on top deck, and there are also a decent number of people down here. You don't see any reaction from the two men, though. They come down and quickly look around. They aren't necessarily interested in anything here because,
Very common.
Exactly. I'm sure they imagine they're not looking for anything interesting here. But they head down towards the back of the ship, towards the next set of stairs onto the second deck. This deck is where most people sleep. It also has the med bay, and it has the cannon room. the armory, we should say, the armory and the gunpowder room. Now this floor, they notice that there is more than just living quarters, which would be standard here. They see the med bay. They poke their head in, and there's no one to be seen inside. The grey-skinned elf has seemingly vanished somewhere. But they carry on. They don't pay any attention. They start heading towards the front of the ship on this floor. Rio, roll a perception check. Yeah. You can hear some footsteps outside. Difficult to tell necessarily. I don't think with that Rio would recognize that these sound armored or different to what some of the crew. But there are footsteps happening out there.
How far away am I from the door between them and Rio? Because they're facing the door, right?
Well, so they're walking along this deck towards the front of the ship. And up the front there is a door, and behind it is the armory and the cannon room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Am I within 30 feet?
So at the moment they will be, and you can be wherever you want to be. I assume you're just following 5 or so feet behind them.
Yeah. Once I hit 30 feet, I like to use shape water since it's only thematic, and I like to freeze the door shut.
Okay, so like you're gonna just send a blast of water out to the door and just freeze it.
Yeah, but I'd like try and make the water go like around the edge of the corridor, so they don't really see it, and just feel the bottom of the door and freeze it shut.
All right, tricky. We're definitely gonna need a sleight of hand check.
What would you like me to roll?
Yeah, let's do a sleight of hand. I don't know how you can sleight of hand magic, but you're gonna try.
Okay.
It's gonna be a tough roll.
Oh dang.
So you reach out. The where you bring the water from? You're just gonna pull it up from
my water skin.
Your water skin. All right, perfect. Two guards ahead of you. The water starts sliding out of the water skin, hits the side of the boat, and starts snaking its way up. The two men stop as they notice this stream of water rolling along the side of the ship, and you hear this shing as both of them start drawing their swords, looking concerned. What do you do?
I just go, we've had leaks lately. Don't worry about that. We're just trying to patch it.
Okay. Roll a persuasion. Okay. Are you doing something, Donda?
Oh.
What?
Oh, yeah, what are you doing?
Looks like you cast prestidigitation.
Shit. I did not mean to do that.
No, all good. Yeah, I'm gonna roll an insight for the guard. Natural 3 on the dice. He noticed. So do you just let go of the water at this point?
Yeah,
Or
I
do you sort of
I break it because it's just finger. What's it called?
Yeah.
Hand motion.
So were you trying to make it look like you were trying to push water away, or was it just sort of like, oh, it's just a freak leak that just like came through?
Just a freak leak. Yeah, just a freak leak.
Okay, they look back at you and eyes are slightly squinted. They're a bit suspicious.
We were attacked. We were attacked by harpies a few days ago, so did receive some damage.
Okay. Water could pull somewhere. You're up on the second deck, above water level, but water could pull somewhere. Maybe it leaked in somewhere. Swords go back into their sheaths, and they carry on towards the front. They get there and they stop and they say, what's past this door? It's unusual to have the front closed away like this.
That's where we keep, it's armory of sorts. It's where we keep excess weapons.
Indeed. Rio, you hear this now, because they're right outside. So if you want to disguise self, now would be the time.
Oh yeah, disguise self.
Cool. They reach out and open up the door. Rio, you see the door open, and 2 soldiers wearing armor start heading through. Anyone taking actions?
No.
Cool. They look
No.
in, and
I follow the what's his name's lead.
say again, sorry.
I follow. I can't remember his name. Sorry, but I follow the gunner's lead.
Oh, you mean Joran?
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
the master gunner?
I follow. I just follow his lead.
Just
I
like do the same as what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jorand Ironsight.
Yeah, I just follow his lead. I just run around like an apprentice.
Okay, cool. So yeah, trying to blend in.
Joran.
All right. Yeah, Jorund. Jorund. Okay. They kind of they stop and are a bit taken aback, and they just look around and they. What's the meaning of this? Merchant vessel with this sort of facility. These sort of arms. It's unusual. They look back.
They're actually goods that we are trading across. It's another merchant's goods. They told us to procure some additional arms for the south, so we are just transporting.
Gale walks over and just like pushes the flap that the cannon would slide through, and looks back at him and says, "Really? You're just transporting these?"
Yeah, for easy access to unload through the ship. They're very heavy.
Worst.
It's
Yes.
not a crime for a ship to want to defend itself, but why are you trying to lie to me?
I'm not lying. I'm not. That's what we were told to do.
Very well. They look at each other, catch each other's eyes. A slight something passes between them, acknowledgement of some kind, and they turn and head back out. Heading back down the ship. You guys following?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Heading back to the next set of stairs down to level
I'm
3.
staying in the gunning room.
Cool. Down the stairs to level 3. This is the cargo hold. Now this is where
One
they're gonna.
second, Rev.
Yeah.
I need to read something. Sorry, one sec.
No, you're good.
Sorry, I'm trying to read this. Hunter's mark is verbal. Okay, no, I don't. I was thinking of Hunter's marking one of them as they turned around to walk away, but it's verbal, so they hear me do it, so I don't do it.
A very interesting in this room, as you can imagine. The cargo hold is where all sorts of smuggling would be taking place. And
We don't have anything. Do we?
well, you've got 15 kegs of gunpowder, which is, I guess, potentially, I would argue, potentially unusual, but we'll see. They spend a good few minutes here looking through everything. There are a lot of supplies. There are additional weapons. There are ship supplies. There's a lot of food, a lot more food than usual because you've got a larger crew. And they go through all of this with quite a fine comb. The gunpowder kegs, they're not like out in the open. They're sort of hidden away to the side behind a bunch of stuff. So I will roll for the soldiers to see if they can find it, but it's not a very, very difficult roll. So I'll give them each a investigation. Oh, that one sucked. Okay. Shifting a few things around, looking here and there. Lorath does manage to find the tarpaulin over a large stack of something, and this being the first, set of cargo that is covered, just looks back at you two and says, "Oh, what's under this?"
More gunpowder.
He whips off the tarpaulin, rolls it back, and sees the stacks, and whistles. That was a lot of firepower. What exactly
That's
are you?
a lot of money.
Indeed. What exactly are you transporting? And for what
Goods.
purpose?
Goods were headed very south, far south, where some merchants ordered a large batch of gunpowder for whatever things they're going to do with it. We're just the suppliers. We don't ask. We transport.
And do you know where the ship is heading, or does your captain not divulge such information?
I believe we're headed past Silverdale, so a long trip, a very long trip, and all the food.
To Silverdale.
But whatever jobs and merchants we meet there, we have no idea.
And to reiterate, you're transporting weapons and arms.
Arms, food, and lots of different things. We're a transport company. We don't ask what they want these for. We procure the items and we deliver them. We get paid. What more can you ask?
Indeed. Kai, please roll me a really good persuasion check. You're not carrying any cargo. You've got a massive stack of weapons and gunpowder, and you're right beside one of the potentially most sensitive parts of the continent right now.
Oh,
Give me an excellent persuasion check.
Can I give myself guidance for this?
Rio snipes them through the door.
No.
I mean, you can if you want. They will see you doing it.
Ryu, press the wrong button.
All right. Okay. You know what? I'll just go and let's just dice roll.
Yep. Unfazed. You don't see a reaction. He just nods. Indeed. Galen Loreth exchange another glance, and I believe we've seen all we needed to see. We'll be on our way back up top then. Would you like to lead the way?
You seem familiar with the ship enough. I'll just follow behind.
Please, if you wouldn't mind, I'd prefer to follow. He's holding his hand for you to go first. Are you going to lead away?
Yeah, I'll lead the way. I'll lead the way.
Donda, you going as well?
Yes.
All right. So you can lead them back up through the stairs to the top of the ship. Vale, and Barrack and the rest of the crew sees you all emerge. The guards walk back to the gangplank.
Quick
Just-
eyeball
yeah,
between the people coming up. Am I reading anything on friendly or opponent faces?
Yeah, great. Roll an insight check. I'll just call out as well. You guys can be calling out any action you want to take at any point since we're not an initiative, so just shout if you want to do something.
Do a head shake. I do a head shake as soon as I see Vale.
Okay. Tough to read these cards. They are stone-faced. You do see Kai give your head shake. Take that for what it will. Take that for what it means. With an 11, I don't think I can give you much more than that.
That's fair.
Yep. All right. Gale and Loreth make their way to the gangplank between the two ships and head over to the captain. At this point, above, we won't necessarily go back and roleplay it all through, but there was some small talk had between Barrack and the other captain. You've learned that her name is Yarna Coldfist, and she has been, working with the Empire for many years now. A seasoned sailor. She operates mostly out of Darmouth, but has operations all around up and down the coast. Gale and Loreth go over to Yana, and she sort of turns her back, and they lean forward and start whispering, just talking to her. Too quiet for anyone to hear, unless anyone has an ability to read lips or hear from a distance or something like that.
No, but the fact that they're having a powwow is probably an indicator that things are about to get spicy.
Yeah. Barrack, just looks at you and trades a knowing gaze. After a few moments, the captain turns back around and says, Captain Barrack, you will accompany our ship into Darmouth, where you will be fully investigated and you will be detained until more information can be gathered and we can truly unearth the purpose. I've been informed that you're carrying very suspicious cargo, and we're uncomfortable to allow you to carry on traveling in these waters. So please, if you will, sails at half-mast and follow. Any concerns? We will, of course, be requesting that you disarm any armaments you have on the ship and relinquishing control of your helm to some of my crew members. Barrack says, take a close look, Captain Yarna. Do you really want to be doing this right now? Yarna looks around at the deck of the Albatross. More sailors have come up on top after hearing this tense exchange, and she starts seeing that, yeah, things are getting tense, and there are a lot of people that she may not have quite realized were on this ship. Take a long, hard thought, Captain. Barrack says.
Tides are turning, love. The wind isn't going to blow the same way forever.
Yana looks between Barrack and yourself, Vale. She looks around the rest of her crew, seasoned soldiers, and she just looks back and stares daggers into Barrack's eyes. Don't do this. You don't want this fight. Barrack doesn't say anything. Yana then immediately turns to the crew and calls out, "Man the weapons! Draw arms! Kill these people!"
As
And
soon as I hear that, I cast Fog Cloud on their ship.
all right, let's go to initiative, eh? I'll bring us over here. Put on some combat music, and I'll get you guys to roll initiative. So, making a combat encounter. Anyone now, you should see yourselves. Feel free to roll initiative. So,
So, just checking, are crew actions an action, or are they an extra action?
it is an action. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Remind me which one's initiative?
So you can click the combat tracker up on the top right. It's the two swords, and then you can click your little dice beside it, or you can click the initiative on your character sheet. I think it's beside your, to the right of your character portrait. This map is ridiculous, dude. Where is the initiative? Oh yeah, so it's just above your health is the initiative button. If you click that, it'll do it for you as well. But all good, we're all in. So now, I promise I'm not going to do this combat where we literally take every single one of these NPCs' turns, because we'll be here forever, dude. And that would not be fun. So, I've come up with a mass combat system.
I just want to quickly ask, did my Vigilant Blessing kick in terms of initiative?
Remind me what Vigilant Blessing is. Is that the one where it gives you plus something to your initiative?
It gives me advantage.
Okay.
Or initiative roll.
You said that you'd cast it earlier, right? Or you
Yeah,
rolled
that stays
it?
all day though. All day.
If you want to go again, go for it.
Okay. How do I roll it again and take the higher
Let's check your
number?
thing. Just roll another d20 plus 0, and I can update your thing if we have to.
Oh, that's fine. I'll
Your
take the
one
first
is fine.
roll.
Yep, all good. All right, cool. So, mass combat. I've developed a system because this is potentially going to be happening a fair bit with a crew of your size, and it's just unfeasible to try and deal with combat of this scale. What happens? Yana calls out for the crew to mobilize. Immediately you hear the two flaps on their ship just open as two cannons from the front of theirs slide forward. Barrack similarly calls out for his crew to mobilize. You hear Arya run down onto the bottom deck and start getting the crew to get ready on oars, get ready on arms. The gunners, Jorand, hearing the calls himself, he pops open the cannons and gets you Rio to help him slide the cannons on the starboard side to roll on out. Now, you see people on top start loosing crossbow bolts. People draw swords, some jump across the ships and start fighting in small groups, large groups. We have got a number of rounds to go through, a number of rounds of combat, and there are some objectives that you're going to have to accomplish to help try and swing the battle one way or another. So if you accomplish a set of objectives, then the impact of your the impact on the crew will be lessened. So I've got a few objectives that I can suggest for you, or if you guys have any objectives that you want to suggest as well, then call them out. And yeah, your success chance will increase with every objective that you manage to secure in the number of rounds that are available for the combat. So I call these strike team objectives. First one is you can go and kill the commander. You can kill the captain, who is Yana. That's her up here. The second objective would be to destroy the cannon teams on the enemy ship. So that would involve getting across their ship, going down onto their deck, their mid deck, and destroying the team to reduce the impact on your ship for them to not be able to fire the cannons. And the third objective would be to destroy their archery teams, which are up here at the front of the boat. There are a few soldiers lined up. So yeah, you could pick any objective you like, or you could suggest any other objectives you might want to have. It has to be sort of like something that I would deem, I suppose, valuable to the combat.
I was hoping to use arc cannons to destroy their cannon in place.
Blow a big enough hole in their hull to sink them.
Wow, yeah, you could if you like. If you want to go into that, we can.
That was the secondary objective.
Yeah. So your cannons are up here. Their cannons are over here. So you couldn't aim them to hit the other cannons.
Oh, so where are I? I'm sorry, I didn't see the ping for us.
Up the front, like down here.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Shooting below the waterline, putting holes in the ship.
Okay, so you just want to be firing at the ship?
Do I
Causing
need to
hull damage?
reload quickly because I can't see the ship? I just see lots of people.
Yeah,
Was
probably
that, is that the same for everybody?
Nah, don't reload. This is going to blow your mind when you reload.
Can the cannons from underneath actually hit the deck and damage any personnel?
Oh yeah, I mean you're at point blank range pretty much right here. You can just blast them straight into their ship to deal some damage. Okay, so
yeah, but I can't target the people on the deck.
Nah, you wouldn't be able to. You'll be aiming for mostly hull damage unless you
go for the sail. Go for the sail, and they'll crush him.
We're tied together. You won't be able to bring cannons up that high.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, below water level hull damage is what I'd like to aim for.
Okay, great. So, I'll write down a number that I consider to be enough to count as like a objective, I suppose. If you deal this much hull damage in the amount of time that you have, then I will consider that to be successful. So what's your intention? You just want to blast it and sink their ship?
Oh yeah, I want to put a hole big enough in their ship they start listing and taking water.
Make them swim.
All right. Great. Kai, you said you were casting fog wall.
Fog cloud.
Okay. Do you wanna?
On their side of the ship, so I'm gonna choose a spot so that we can shoot, but they can't see.
All right. Cool.
I would recommend blinding their archer teams. which
I was
I'm
thinking
probably
the
gonna-
exact same thing, dude.
Yeah, nice. So what is this? Is it heavily obscured?
Disregard the longbow. Sorry.
Yeah, heavily obscured. Basically blind without blinding.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna whack it like, yeah.
So I will say I should have mentioned earlier, but there is wind today, so it's likely that this would blow away in a round or two. Would that change your decision?
No.
No. Okay. Cool. Does someone want to roll a d8 for me, and we can determine the direction of the wind? It'll just become a straight.
Is there a speed to the wind as well? Because
it's just wind speed. I don't know. I suppose we can calculate it if you like, but it'll it'll be fast enough to disperse it. I guess that's the main thing that matters. But yeah,
We're on the bridge.
Kai, why don't you roll us a d8 to determine direction?
Alrighty.
All right. So that would be sort of like, let me draw a line this way, right?
Oh, that's
So
sort of almost.
yeah, it's essentially going south, southwest is the wind direction. If you go clockwise with the d8, great. So if the fog cloud goes there, it will move. It will move a certain amount of distance per turn. But great, it can start there to start off with. Excellent. Does anyone else have any other sort of objectives they want to do, or are we happy to go after some of the strike team objectives I've suggested?
I wouldn't call it a major objective, but first thing I'll be doing is calling the crew to secure the grapples so they can't break free.
Okay, cool. Yeah, great. They hear that, and a few of them run forward, grab onto them, and double secure them, double knot them, double tie them, and even throw a few extras on just in case some of them get cut. You can still maintain the ships together. I will roll. Actually, why don't you roll it for me? You can do it. Chuck on. Do like 4 d20s, and we'll see. They need to beat 10s to see how solid we can lash it together. Okay, first one's not great. 19's good. 19's good. All right, 10's good. It feels pretty solid. It would take a lot to separate these ships. They're not going anywhere. All right, excellent. So, do you guys want to pick an objective and go straight into it, or do you want to take a 10-minute break and you can think about it and we'll come back?
I'm good for a 10-minute strategizing thing.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll take a mini break.
Cool.
And I can get a refill at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just thinking since we have a slightly shorter session hopefully tonight, why don't we take a break now? All right, fantastic. I'll go to be right back. Okay. The calls are shouted out across the decks. Soldiers and sailors start jumping back and forth. Swords are drawn. Screams are starting being heard as wounds are being inflicted. Arrows go flying across. Kai conjures a massive wall of fog that lands in amongst the soldiers on the opposing ship, blocking their sight, causing them to have more difficulty in shooting. Which objective are you guys going to go for?
I think we were semi-splitting a little bit. I was going to personally charge across under the fog cloud and try and get under deck to shut the cannons down before they did damage.
Yeah, we're gonna go stable cannon, but
Cannon.
Yep. Cool. Erendor will follow along with you guys. Don, are you happy to follow? Do cannons?
Do we all have to do the same thing?
You can split up if you want to.
I was intending to lob fire from here.
I reckon that's a good idea.
Just like shoot it at like random soldiers. on
Whoever I
top?
can see. Yeah. Probably
you-
the captain to start with.
All right. So I'll just that's totally cool if you want to do that. I'll just point out that there are also a lot of like sailors and stuff doing the same sort of thing. The point of the strike teams is that you guys will go and do a very specific targeted assault somewhere, and you're now essentially
okay.
just making your your party's strike team slightly weaker by standing back and firing from a distance. If you wanted to wait for your team to, I guess, come
No, I
back on
can go
top
with
and yeah, I guess the one tricky thing here is that they're going to go below deck, so you're not really going to be able to help them from range. But if they were doing one of the other objectives, then maybe you could do that. But all good. Oh yeah, leave it to
No,
you.
I'll follow.
Alrighty, cool. So I will note on the first round that there's a fog wall on the archers, and so you can get one round down. I'm not going to make you roll for every single little interaction to like shove people aside. It's mayhem. It's chaos on these decks. You can shove soldiers aside. You can kill a couple as you go past. These are a lot of them are just level 1, very very low level guys with 12 health. You make it across their deck. You get down the stairs in the first round. If you're double dashing, you can get close enough to the front where you can see there are a group of 3 soldiers manning the cannons. There's this group up here. So imagine these guys are the ones who...
The cannoneers.
They're the cannoneers, yeah. So I'll drag you guys just over in front of them. Don't necessarily look at the map as like an actual indication of positioning, because I'm not going to build 3 levels of a ship and actually have it all spaced out correctly. You can kind of just play a bit of theater of the mind to kind of see what people are doing and whatnot. Excellent, incredible. So I'll roll these guys into initiative. Roll NPCs. And as that round is going down, Rio, feel free to fire your first cannon.
Go, dude. Deal some damage. Can he hunters mark anything with his cannon?
I don't think the vehicle counts as a creature, but you can certainly try.
So do I click the dice action at on the special action, pack the good stuff?
No, so that's just a thing. That's all good. I think what you want to do is roll the 18-pound cannon. You can roll it twice since you've got 2. I'll say both you and Joran are doing it, but...
Does the
Click
cannon...
on the dice thing to roll in it, and it's doing nothing.
Just like a normal attack, you got to click the attack in the chat.
Oh, you have to roll an attack to see if it hits, right?
Oh, I was putting it in the chat. Sorry, I was blocking it. Sorry.
No, you're good. I might delete a few of these.
That's a lot of cannons.
Right. Do you want to roll the second one? Alright.
Boy.
16? Oh, the dice glitched on my screen. I saw it roll a 4. All good.
16 and 17 is what it's come up as.
Yep. Incredible. Just clearing these out. There's a a lot of cannons.
Yeah, I clicked a few times. Sorry.
All good. All right, 16 and 17 hit. Roll the first one with pack the good stuff. You good to add on your extra damage?
Let me drag it off the thing so I don't do that again. So pack of good stuff is roll a d20 and add the result to the blade table of the damage the next cannon attack. Right, so 1d20.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you can add 2d10.
Plus 2d10 to this.
Yep.
Damage there.
All the dice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
48
Check the
damage.
cannon.
Everyone hears bracketing out cannon blast against the enemy ship. Would you like to... Oh yeah, roll your 2 additional 10. Nice. 65 damage. Oh. Alrighty. Great.
That's the first shot.
Here's the first one. Do the second one. You had already
Really?
rolled for
One.
the second attack, right?
Oh, that was the attack. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one.
Damage. I love seeing that. Excellent. Another 56 damage. All right. Great. So there we go. That's your turn, and that is the cannon fire. On the next turn, you'll be either reloading or you can trade helping pack good stuff. I'll leave that until the next turn. All right. Our team. Erendor is actually first up. So, assuming Vale, would you have ran forward and
I'd be-
trained combat?
Yep, right in their face.
Cool. So Erendor, oh, there's the wrong person. Erendor is going to stop and whip out his crossbow and hopefully get a sneak attack. Here you go. Oh shit! Actually, I don't think that hits. Oh. Is there anything else he's got?
He's point blank. Doesn't he have daggers?
Yeah, you'd have to have attacked with a melee weapon. On the other hand, I should have gone in with melees. All good. I did it. I rolled with crossbow because I think that's what he would have done. The guys just see. Actually, you know what? This is totally a surprise round. They are focusing on the cannons, so I'm going to let you guys just all go and do your stuff, and they aren't going to get a turn. They're definitely going to be surprised, so he gets advantage on the attack. So I'm going to roll him again. All right, cool. This time we're hitting 3, 6, and then sneak attack. Where is the sneak attack features? Great. Extra 8 damage. Nice. All right, cool. So Erendor, seeing you guys rush in, opens up with his 14 damage on one of these guards. He picks the first one closest to him. Excellent. Now, that will be Kai, your turn.
Alright, I would like to go into my archer form,
Cool.
and then I would like to blast with Word of Radiant.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So they needed to DC
Each
14.
creature is in a con save. All right, so all 4 of them, right? All right.
Within range of me, isn't it? And it's like 15 feet. So everything within 15 feet that is not that I see.
Yep.
Okay, so when I see that, that's like in front of me, right? Not behind me, because I can't see behind me.
Yeah.
right.
So just imagine this is the combat right now. We're
Yeah.
in like a separate little combat with just these guys. Yeah. Let me adjust the thing. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'll get each one of these guys to do a con save. First one fails. He takes damage. Oh, sorry, dude. I probably should let you roll that. Yeah, you roll it for this guy. Yeah, I was just.
Oh,
that's
okay.
one of the things. Yeah. That was bad manners.
It's the same.
Excellent. All right. First
I'll
one
roll
takes
damage for each one. Hey, oh, is it damage
It's-
independent?
It's so each one has their own con save, and if they fail, then they take the damage. So this is the next one. The captain of this crew is going to be succeeding, so I believe he doesn't take any. Next one. He fails. Roll another damage. Oh no!
God damn.
Another damage to him, and then the last guy. Con save. Another failure.
Come on, something good, damn it.
Hey,
There we
it is.
go.
Incredible. That last one, he shrieks in pain and looks like he's nearly ready to collapse on the ground. He's a lackey. Great. Okay, I think that's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Excellent. All right. It is one of the guards' turn, but we're in surprise round, so we'll go instead to Vale.
Yeah. Are they still trying to load and fire the cannon, or are they fully distracted now?
Yeah, so you've rushed them while they're sort of like focusing on the cannon and stuff like that. They haven't had a turn to fire the cannon yet. Actually, you took a whole round to run down here, so actually they probably would. Let me roll their ship damage. You take your turn, Vale, and I will.
I was going to say, if they're catching him in the process of firing, I want to do a pushing attack and smash him away from the the trigger assist with the.
Yeah, they would have fired on the first round that you guys are running down, and they're just currently looking to reload. So let me do that now. First one's going to hit, and second one is going to hit. Okay. So this is damage on the Albatross. 22. Very good. 22 and 27. Okay, cool. Your turn, Vale.
Well, in that case, it'll take him forever to reload, so I'll just storm him. Probably make a pushing attack anyway, just for the extra damage. I will go in and I'm going to stab the biggest, most commandy looking one face.
Green one? Green.
Go for it.
Remember how to use this character sheet?
Yeah. The I love the new dice rolls and the calculations and stuff in the chat. It works nicely. 2 hits. Nice.
Oh,
Damage.
nice.
I'll add an extra D8 from the maneuver.
Yep. Great.
And he needs to do a attack, DC 14 strength save. They get thrown 15 feet away.
Okay. I'll roll this with disadvantage because he is completely surprised. Pretty good. He's managed to. He's a tough guy. He's managed to hold his ground.
Mostly for extra damage.
Yep.
I don't have any bonus actions yet of note, so yep, that's me.
Cool. Donda.
Yeah. Let's do some witch ball. No, magic. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
What are you saying?
I was gonna say, it's like Donda's gonna do a hypnotic gaze, so I'm just checking.
On who?
Captain, maybe? Nah, you do whatever you
Ignore
want.
him. He's messing with the bro. You do you.
Sorry, what's my one that... I thought I had an attack that targeted 3 targets at once.
Yeah, magic missile.
Yeah, magic missile. You can shoot the darts independently. Do you have burning hands? Scorching ray shoots multiple
3
targets.
Okay.
You're probably thinking scorching ray. I reckon that's a second level spell.
Okay, I'm just going to use fire acid
Alrighty.
on the closest being.
Yep. That'll probably be one of these guys at the back here.
Are we at the back? What are you?
Yeah, it'll be one.
Okay.
It'll be one like this guy here
Okay,
or this guy here.
Okay,
Or-
good.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Wait, we're looking at the same thing. Okay.
Cool.
We're all in the water.
Or,
Yeah.
or acid die.
Nice. Even
Yeah.
damage. Just trying to remember what does this do? It takes S damage up front and then more acid on the end of its next turn, right? On a miss, it still splashes for half as much of this initial damage. Great.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. 11 damage on this guy then. Excellent. This guy starts burning as the acid starts melting into him, and he's like, his arms are shaking. And you can see like the flesh starting to drop and melt to the ground, onto the floor of the ship. He is ready to collapse. Excellent. Do you have anything else on your go, or is that you?
Oh, I think that's it.
Alrighty, we'll come back around to Irendor. He's going to, I think he's going to like do a little, seeing you guys get into the action, he's going to do a little dive roll. He's going to jump forward and, dive, roll on the ground, come up behind this guard here at the back and take a stab with his dagger. So this will be, he's attacking with the Dagger of Warning. 18.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, definitely hit with sneak attack. Oh, nice. 7 damage. He's not going to sneak attack this guy because that is enough to kill him. So... yeah, all good. So he goes down. You know what? I'll just delete him. Gone burgers. And then he's going to come up behind the captain, I suppose, and do bonus action with his offhand. Where's this thing gone? Here we go. This is with his offhand dagger. Oh, 14. Does that hit the captain? It doesn't.
Does he get advantage because he's in the mist? Because they can't see him.
Oh, it's under the cabin at the moment, so no fog down here, I don't think.
Oh, we're downstairs.
Yeah, you're downstairs.
I just realized.
14 will miss. The captain has got a nice solid chainmail wearing, I think, chainmail? Splint armor, actually, on this guy, so the dagger clatters harmlessly off his back. Erendor will not disengage, but just sort of like, sit back a little bit and ready himself for the next round. Bring us to Kai.
How far has the mist progressed down?
Yeah, why don't we just say it's moved its whole distance? I'll grab the measurement controls. Let's say it's gone down to here.
That's fine. That's great. Because I will go Twilight Sanctuary, and that will cancel the concentration. The mist just appears.
Okay, cool. All right, great. So that bright, blinding light radiates out from your starry form. The celestial signs all drawn across your arms start glowing brighter, and this like warm radius just rolls out around your party members, filling them with strength and resolution. So that doesn't do anything on his first turn, right? Or does it?
No, it's after your turns.
Yeah.
When you end your turn within the radius.
Yeah, when I end my turn, I'll get 3 temp. But I guess it doesn't override your special power.
Yeah.
Whichever's highest. Not
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Bonus action.
That's bonus action. Since I'm in what's it called? Starry form. I guess I would. Who's the weakest looking one?
This guy here got hit by Erendor. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. This guy got hit by Erendor and Dondar's acid arrow, so he's looking blasted. But you will also know, roll a quick arcana is easy. Roll it beta 10. Oh, okay. I was going to say that you would know that the acid arrow is going to deal additional damage to him, but you don't know that, so yeah, just take it for what it is. This guy's looking bad.
Well, might as well end it. And starry form attack at disadvantage because I'm at point blank. Is it? Well,
it's up to you. Do you think you would have gotten to close range? Like, if you imagine the deck, these guys are all bundled around up near some cannons. You guys can be 5 feet away, 10 feet away. It's not. You don't have to necessarily.
I'd be at least 5 feet or like 10 feet away.
That's fine. Yeah, all good. Straight roll. Great. Yeah, that'll hit. Nice. 8 damage. 8 damage is enough. A nice big starry bolt of energy streaks from your finger and just like blasts this guy, knocks him off his feet, and he clatters back in a pile of armor and melted, burning flesh on the ground. And he's no more as well. All right. That is your turn. Bring us to Rio. you got some choices. You can help Jorund reload one of the cannons, or you can do pack the good stuff on one of the cannons, or something else entirely.
Did my initial round put a decent hole, any holes in the ship?
Yeah, dude, that was a good hit. there's a big old hole back here.
Can I see anything of interest inside the hole?
You would see at the back there is probably what looks like cargo area on some of the lower areas of the deck. The hole is large enough that you can see just the top of it, just in through into the captain's quarters. Maybe like 2 or 3 feet, I would say, of like exposed air above the floor of the captain's quarters, and you can see up in there there's like desk and furniture and stuff like that, but just like ruined from splinters of wood that have blown inwards.
I was hoping for their gunpowder storage.
That
No.
would be near the cannon.
Yeah, you can surmise it's probably up the front.
But is there any combustibles? Jason, you asked for combustibles.
Yeah, pretty much. I was going to shoot the dynamite arrow in us or something that looks like it will explode.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to roll a perception check if you like, but just from a quick glance, it looks like mostly cargo area.
Pack the good stuff.
Cool. Okay. So Jorund will be reloading one of the cannons, and you can help pack the good stuff. Excellent. Okay. Valoran.
I will do the unsurprising and stab him with my sword. Same again, the big guy.
Cool.
Keep him busy.
Nice. Yep. Will hit. Oh. Yep. Good.
I think that's me.
Excellent. Alrighty. Donda. Your acid arrow explodes again on the corpse that is already melting on the ground. What do you want to do
Would
this
that
round?
be enough to inspire fear in any of the others for a disadvantage?
These guys are freaked out. They just got like harassed instantly by this pack of like elite warriors they definitely weren't expecting to see. One of their allies is just melted on a pool on the ground. They are looking terrified, but I'm probably not going to give them advantage just yet.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Magic missile.
Nice. Which one? Or split them.
No, all 3 into 1.
Nice. Alrighty. So if you want to do a /R 1d3 plus, 1d4 plus 5. 1d4 plus 3.
I'll just click the button. You're confusing me so much.
Oh, nice. Max damage on the first.
Again.
Not giving me the button. Oh, I see. Wait, what? Okay. I see.
Righty. Alrighty. These 3 bolts of energy blast out of your fingers, concentrating on the arcane focus, like emblazoned into your forehead. They take this guy and they knock him. He like gets shaken by the energy. He's starting to look pretty bad. All right. Finally, these guys rally and are able to take a turn. Going to take a swing. This first veteran here, he's going to take a swing straight at you, Vale, since you're up and close. He's going to swing with his mace. First attack. Oh,
No.
balls. Second attack. Oh, dude. Okay. Swing and a miss. He's he looks around to see if he can back up anywhere to try and get away, but he is like pressed up against the cannons. He cannot move. He is pressed in, and that's unfortunately going to be his turn. So, bringing us to now the captain. Captain's going to turn and take a swing at Erendor, who is up behind him trying to stab him in the back. So these will be against Erendor. Multi-attack with the longsword. This is just 2, I think. 2 longsword attacks. Oh shit, I think that misses. I think I'm having one of those days, guys. Oh, dude, come
These
on.
these guys are babies.
I mean, they are. The acid arrow from Donda has terrified these people, and they are struggling to really regain their senses and get back into the fray. Top of the round, Erendor, just straight back into the guard captain. Man. Okay. Oh, now we're cooking. He's going to be pushing a sneak attack into
Oh,
that for
dang.
sure. Yeah. I'm rolling great for the player characters. Sweet. So that is 10. Oh, no, it's not 10, is it? It's 4 plus 3. 7 on that one. Someone remember 7, and then sneak attack. This is doubled, I think. Does sneak attack let you do
Yep,
crit?
all
Oh,
dice
it
are doubled.
does. Nice.
All dice are doubled.
Oh, yeah, I was just meaning, does the button let me do a crit on it?
Oh,
Cool, so we've got 7 plus 9, 16 damage for the captain. On the first attack, oh, a massive chunk. He finds a nice little spot right between the splint armor. Now recognizing that he has got an armored back and finds a perfect spot to get it into the kidney. Bonus action with his normal dagger. Oh, and 10, just enough as he gets this nice strike in. The veteran, the captain, turns away from Valoran and is managing just in time to bring up his sword and deflect the dagger coming in from Erendor. All right, that'll be his turn. Kai, over to you.
I would like to guiding bolt the captain.
Go for it. Nice. Yep, definitely hits. Oof, 15 damage. Just sprays this guy, hits him straight in the chest, and he disintegrates. He literally just melts away into this ball of energy and celestial dust, I suppose. I think technically he probably doesn't disintegrate because that's something unique to the disintegrate spell, but hey, for flavor, he's blasted away. All right, leaving just one guy.
And then I'll follow up with Ari from another guy.
Yep. Nice, yeah, definitely hits. Great. Okay. 11 damage.
I was hoping someone would take advantage of the guiding bolt and do something amazing.
Nah, man, you nuked that dude. He was already looking pretty bad, but he's gone. All right. Excellent. Rio, over to you, dude.
So I can see the captain's quarters and the top of the cargo hold. How high can I aim these cannons?
You could probably aim it straight up into the captain's quarters if you wanted. You don't have a heap of upward angle because the the flap is poking out. But yeah, we could say you could aim up towards the captain's quarters if you wanted.
I would be able to aim into the hole so it hits the roof of the captain's quarters on the inside.
And try and hit some
that's
people.
what I'd like to do. Yeah, try and take the floor. I don't. So is there another deck above the captain's quarters, or is that then the top deck?
It'll be the top deck then. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try and blow the floor out from underneath people.
All right, sounds fantastic. Go for it. Technically, you wouldn't know there's the captain is up there, but that's fine. I assume you can just sort of surmise that that's going to be the case. Excellent. So
I'd surmise there's people up there. Yeah,
exactly.
Blow a hole in the top deck. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, cool. So how's this going to work? Just roll your attacks. I'll see. You have to hit a certain damage threshold. I think it'll just be the one cannon, right? Because you did pack the good stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So I just roll a d20.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Good.
Extra 4d10, dude. I gave you some toys to play with. Oh, shit. Oh, this is going to be nasty.
Is that doubled?
Yeah, dude. Hit critical hit on that.
Is the plus 4 d10 doubled as well?
Or extra dice.
I think
Everything.
Yeah, that's the thing about crits. Any dice is doubled.
Freaking, it's gonna blow up. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Jesus. Okay,
Wow.
cool. And then do 4d10. 8d10?
I wrote 4d10. I put
you did
4d10 in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like the god shot. Like you're trained as an archer for ages in the woods. You know how to line up these shots. Straight through. You took out the cannon wheel, a whole massive it just appears in the sky. It's like looking through like a single hole all the way, and you can see the sky now in a perfect line from you up to, the sky beyond, and this hole in the top of the deck, and people start falling down through the hole. And a couple of Wilhelm scream. Ah! One dude falls down, and you can see a couple of people like sort of clinging, trying to hold on so they don't fall through. Oh Jesus, that is nasty, dude. The ship is looking real rough now. The enemy ship, like, it is starting to sway and creak. You can hear it like starting to almost tear itself apart. Oh boy.
I should have aimed that down for a hole.
Yeah, but you make an excellent size hole on top, and people have fallen down through into the captain's quarters and now rolling around in pain on the deck. Oh boy, all right, excellent. Over to you, Vale.
Just got the one left.
Yep.
Finish him.
I will shiv him in the face, just for something different.
Nice. You still you've got your shield out, eh? Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's an easy hit on this guy. Chainmail,
Well, minimum damage.
5 damage. He's starting to look pretty bad. This guy isn't as strong as the others. Bonus action.
No, I don't know bonuses.
Hold it for now. Excellent.
Bonuses of note.
Yep. Alrighty, Donda, over to you, man. You've got this guy.
He is going to die. One magic missile.
Nice. Right. Come on, man. Big roll, I believe. Alrighty.
Bigger.
Another 3 arrows come in. He's on the brink. You can see like he's clutching his arm now. He's struggling to stand, but he's just holding on. Just a couple of health left. Okay. With that, we go back to Erendor. Unless Donda, you've got any sort of bonuses or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Great. All right. Erendor, seeing this, he is going to come in and just try and finish this dude off. Sneaks, like, sort of rolls, slips around behind the guy, jumps up, almost like mounts him from behind and pulls his dagger across the guy's throat. The dagger, the raven hilted dagger of warning. Oh, that one just missed. The guard's able to like bring his arm up and just shove his arm away at the last second so that the blade can't find any purchase. Bonus action. Oh, and again, the guard just like shrugs him off, and Erendor gets knocked backwards, not able to find purchase. His guard is struggling for his life. Oh boy, okay. Kai, it's you.
Jesus. All right. The death bells are ringing.
Yeah.
Let's toll the bell.
Toll the dead. Alrighty, wisdom saving throw for the guy. Which he fails? Oh yeah, DC 14, there you go. Roll your damage. It's a 1d12, isn't it?
I just hit damage.
Hit the versatile one. Versatile is he's taken damage, right? Yeah. Nice, 9 damage. And that'll do it. The guard like reaches up his hands and clutches his head as he hears some sound coming from somewhere that the rest of you cannot hear. He screams out in agony as it just gets louder and louder in his mind until eventually he just stumbles forward to the deck and collapses. All right. With that, the cannon crew is dealt with. You can still now take your movement if you like and head on towards another objective. Just judging by the sounds of screams and combat around, you get the feeling you're probably about halfway through the combat encounter. So you've got another 2 potential objectives.
I would like to pick up. Is there any powder kegs around me? Gunpowder kegs?
Probably not one that you could like really easily carry. Like they'll be decent, like sort of wine barrel sized caskets.
All right. I don't want to carry it. I want to smack a hole in it and roll it down the corridor.
All right.
And then get someone to light it at the end once we get out of range.
Jesus. All right.
Blowing the magazine.
Yeah. Okay. So Kai looks at the rest of you and he's like cutting a hole in the barrel and starts rolling it. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm sprinting for the upper deck. And
Getting as far away as the keg as I can,
Yeah.
waiting to light it.
no, there is not waiting to light it. There is getting the fuck off the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We need to get up.
So,
Yeah,
so
like my intent right now is to get to the upper deck, get our people that are on their ship off their ship, and cut the fucking lines.
all right. Kai, tell me what your intention here is, because like, do you want to roll a line of gunpowder and then light it? Cause
Yeah, I want to roll a long enough line of gunpowder and then light it so it blows a big hole in the ship.
all right.
Someone wants to bypass the DM's objectives.
Hey, well, no, I mean, this sounds like another one. We'll see how successful we are. Give me a just straight intelligence check, beta 10.
Is it an ability check?
Nah, just straight. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not going to give you any information about the speed of which gunpowder lights. So tell me, what's your plan here? Tell me exactly how you're doing this.
I would like to roll it as far as I can until there's no more gunpowder in the keg.
Okay. So you're up the front and you're rolling it back down the boat towards where the stairs are?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That can be done. Vale is up on top and he's like shouting and screaming to try and get people off the Devil's Wish is the name of the enemy ship.
Organize a retreat to ours and cut the lines.
Yep. Vale on top.
I'll hold a bridgehead so our people downstairs can get out. But
Yep.
yeah, we are leaving.
Yep. Excellent. Erendor is just sort of like he's shielding you, Kai. He's keeping nearby. He's quick and nimble. He can get across on a moment's notice. Donda, what are you doing?
I'm running the fuck out of there, assuming it's not my responsibility to light.
Okay.
I'm getting GTFO.
Great. Excellent. So you'll be up on top with Vale and heading back across.
Yeah.
Donda leaving. Excellent. Rio, over to you as well. What are you doing on this round? So from your
good stuff
perspective, you haven't necessarily heard what else is going on. You don't know that there's this gunpowder keg going. What you see now is a massive gaping hole in the enemy ship. The ship looks like it's starting to tear itself apart. There is a couple of people that have fallen down to the captain's quarters and are now just like sort of rousing themselves to get up, and they can like look and lock eyes with you through the porthole of the cannon.
Actually, can I tell did the captain fall through?
Perception check.
Is she one of the ones in the room?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay.
I will roll to see if she did fall. Actually, what's her dex mod? Your dexterity isn't great.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a jumble of people. There's stuff everywhere. There's furniture flown around. It's tough to tell exactly. I don't think you would have actually even seen her anyway, so you wouldn't recognize her. But yeah, tough to tell.
Yeah, all right. Pack the good stuff. Next shot, straight end of the below the waterline.
Excellent.
At the waterline, I should say.
Yep, sounds great. All right, cool. Back to the top of the round. So, Vale, you are holding a wall to try and help your crew get across, fighting off, pushing soldiers coming forward and stabbing. You're easily able to deflect with your shield when you're focusing on defending. These guys are low-level soldiers, and you are a veteran. Kai and Erendor, what are you guys doing?
Am I far enough yet? Let's see. Am I at the stairs?
This is what I imagine. You've gotten to the stairs and you're now at like the first foot of the stair with a long line of gunpowder leading towards the armory.
All right. I pull out my clicking candle, and I ignite the end, not the keg, but the end of the the long line of gunpowder, and I go to dash. I try as soon as I light it, I dash.
All right. So you're just gonna dip the flame of the clicking candle into the gunpowder?
Yeah. As soon as I see it ignite, as long as it ignites, I'm gonna run.
Yeah. Erendor locks eyes with you as you're doing this, and his eyes almost widen like, the fuck, I hope you know what you're doing. And like, as soon as you touch it down, you both turn and dash. Roll a, what would this be?
Athletics.
Choose athletics or acrobatics, whatever's your highest. I think Erendor's going to go acrobatics as he dives.
I'm gonna go athletics.
Go for it. Oh wow, Erendor.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, Erendor is not proficient with acrobatics. Oh no! All right. You see the flames start catching and zimming along the ship. Along the floor of the ship. You turn around and quickly start to make your way up. You stumble as you're trying to go. You immediately turn and you stumble a little bit as you start heading up the stairs. This unfortunately knocks Erendor, and he also stumbles, and you have lost a turn of dashing. Pulling yourselves back up together, you keep on running. You're not off the ship yet, and the gunpowder is alight. We'll go back to the top of the round. Vale, you see Erendor and Kai just struggling to get through the door, just like a mess. They're like tumbling over each other, trying to desperately claw their way out. What are you doing?
If I've got a bit of movement, I'll run over, do a bait and switch, just to rip one of them through.
Yeah.
Burn the maneuver, just to swap spaces and shove one.
Yep.
Grab the other one, and with whatever movement I have, start moving them.
Great. So with the bait and switch, it's a bonus action, right?
Bait and switch is a... Let me... Actually, I'll just do it. Ability. There we go. It's just free action within 5 feet.
Ah, incredible. All right, excellent. So
It's just a space swap.
yeah, that's right. I remember you doing that on the water elemental, and it was excellent. Dondar, you've already made it over. Kai and Erendor, the last people on the Devil's Wish. Kai, you switch with Valoran. You can do it like that. You give Erendor a push. Use an action to make an athletics check to see if you can help Erendor get along.
Me?
Sorry, Valoran, use an athletics check to see if you can help, shove Erendor towards the side. Oh, it's a good shove. You just grab him by his cloak and just hurl him towards the edge of the ship, just hoping that he's going to be able to dive over and save himself. And you've got a little bit of movement.
I will just run and fucking dive, jump.
Yeah. The rest of your movement, you just make it to the gangplank and you're getting your way across. I'm going to roll Kai. I'd imagine because you've been able to switch, you've already just made it over the gangplank as Vale has, swapped himself into harm's way so that you can get across. I'm going to roll one final acrobatics check for Erendor to see what he ends up doing as he gets across to the edge of the ship. Oh, he just makes it to the side. He starts trying to dive over, but his foot slips on the railing. Valoran, you are just making your way over the gangplank as all of a sudden, it's almost like silence just spreads across the battlefield for a second. And then this massive explosion at the front of the ship. Everyone gets rocked. Valoran, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can hold on to the gangplank. And I'll do the same for Erendor. You get blasted by wood and shrapnel as you're thrown into the water. Erendor, what happens to him? Oh boy. 14. Erendor is just able to manage to cling on to the side of the albatross. Valoran, you are down in the water. I will be rolling some damage for you guys. This will be 46. As you take shrapnel damage from the explosion. It looked like it rolled as Erendor. That's just because I had his character selected. But yeah, so 14 damage to you, Vale, and 14 damage to Erendor. As this, the front of the ship, just massive explosion. And Vale, you are in the water. You had been calling out to cut the separation of the ships, right?
Yeah.
So with that, the force of the impact of this explosion almost knocks the albatross away, and the Devil's Wish now in tatters, being blown to pieces from the cannon, and now the gunpowder explosion also starts drifting away. The ships are getting further and further apart. Erendor clinging to the side. What's everyone doing at this point?
I'm looking over the side at Vale. Is he close to the boat by any chance?
He's right between. Let's say there's probably 15 to 20 feet of distance between the ships now, and Valoran has just taken a massive blast of damage, and he is clearly struggling. He's dazed. He's clearly, he's going to be having to start making athletics checks to see if he can stay up in the water.
Are we still in initiative?
Vaguely, like at this point, kind of not. But if you want to take a turn at this point, go for it, man.
Oh yeah, I want to blow another hole in the ship.
All right, go for it, man. Fire the good stuff.
Fire the good stuff.
Hell yeah.
D20 to figure out what it gives us. $11, I think, is 3d6.
D10s. I think it's 2d10.
3d10, sorry. 11 is 3d10, yes.
11 is 3d10, all right. 14 actually
14
just
hit the ship.
misses. The AC of the enemy ship is 15. This ship is creaking, and just as the cannon goes, you see like a bit of the ship at the back just like splinters off, and the cannon just goes just like through this hole that was already there, and just big spray of water. All right. Anyone else got a turn?
Well,
I'll give everyone
yeah.
an action before we go to Vale.
I want to try and cast Entangle
Actually,
on the
sorry.
boat.
Just to be a bit pedantic, can you
Mhm.
roll? Nah, actually, you know what?
I'll
That's
roll.
totally fine.
I'll roll. What do you want me to roll?
I was going to just say to get a perception to see if you would have noticed that Vale had fallen in, but it's obvious. He's your friend. You would have seen him like help you, literally push you across. You saw him fall into the ground. You see him.
Yeah,
sorry,
because
into
we
the water. You see him
switch
struggling.
places.
But to be clear as well, you also see Arendor struggling. He's just needing to hold on, and he is not doing well as well after the dazing from the cannon, the gunpowder explosion. So you've got options.
Yoke.
and
Are they?
choices.
How would I do this? Let me just put it up there as an
Mm-hmm.
idea. I'm going to try and cast Entangle from the base, the hull of the boat, to try and pull the Vale and maybe Arendor to like stick to the side of the boat.
Do you want to chuck it in the chat so I can see what the spell does?
Sprout from the ground.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Plants.
Probably needs ground to grow from, but let's just see specifically the wording.
Ground counts as what you're standing on?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Does it count or does it
Comes from
not?
the
If not,
ground. Starting from-
if not, I'll just chuck a rope or lower a rope down.
It's a tricky one because, like, I would imagine you would need the weeds and vines to grow from soil.
Could it be seaweed?
But on the other hand, it's magic, and like
It's restrain though. Restrain doesn't like. I guess.
restrained. I mean, I would be
Because
happy to
because they
use-
grow out. That's what I thought, but I just wanna.
Let me see if there's any
the-
like Jeremy Crawford tweets or something like that. I'm sure there have been. This question's come up. Tangling vines and water.
Oh, we're seeing entangle as like you're just summoning a big blackberry bush. So without the damage.
God, there's not that much. I'm surprised people haven't asked this question actually. I won't spend too much time looking.
I think a require would require ground personally.
Yeah.
That would be me taking it.
Let me check one last thing. Yeah. It doesn't like explicitly say that it needs to come from the ground, like earth ground, but I think we can probably assume that that's what it's meant to do.
You know what?
I'm
let's
happy to be
go with
overruled,
that.
though. Like,
No.
honestly, I like the seaweed argument, but I can't imagine. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
I'm not gonna do that. What I'll
Okay.
do is Valerian and Erendor within 30 feet of me from the deck.
Yeah, so Vale will be 15 to 20 feet out in the water. Erendor is just right there, clinging onto the side of the ship.
All right, sweet. I cast Bless on them instead,
Okay,
along with Dondar.
great. Excellent. So you guys get, well, you, Vale, get plus d4s to your saving throws, and Erendor does when I roll for him as well. I think actually you can go into your effects and click the Bless, and it should do it automatically, I think. Is Bless a... it's not already a condition. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Great. Excellent. So, with that, Rio, you've taken your turn to fire. We'll go to you, Vale. Make an athletics saving throw with disadvantage as you're dazed and in the water struggling.
Oof.
Yeah. Your head dips beneath the water. Everyone up on the deck sees this as Vale goes down below. Yeah, that's it. You start sinking beneath. You're probably a few feet below the water. I'll roll a saving throw for Erendor. Athletics, saving throw, disadvantage. Oh, with Bless isn't going to help. I'll roll
Oh,
it anyway.
I didn't roll Bless.
Oh yeah, would
That'd help.
okay.
Got a D4.
If you get a 4, maybe things will be different. There's a D4. I'll roll for Erendor as well.
Nope.
Yeah. And Erendor rolled a 1. Erendor slips and just let goes of the side as he's struggling to maintain his strength and also crashes down into the water. Alright, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Shit.
You can see a few of the crew, the sailors, have come and they're chucking ropes down to try and land aside, but ropes require conscious and able people to grab hold, so they're not immediately, you guys are not immediately able to just grab it. We'll go to Kai because you're on the top. Oh yeah, sorry, Donda, you'd get to go after that.
Can I drink my potion of water breathing and jump in?
You absolutely can. Yep.
Well, tie myself to the deck with, I don't know, I've got at least 50 feet of rope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. I mean, it'll probably be an additional action for you to actually tie yourself, but what I'll say is you can get a sailor. You can yell to him, tie me to the deck.
Okay.
And he will come over and find a nearby rope from one of the harpoons or something like that, wrap it around your waist, tie a nice good sailor's knot. The dude has tied these knots in his sleep for years. You can down your potion and dive in.
Cool.
Who are you going after?
The closest one to start with, I suppose.
Yep, so Erendor is right beside the ship and just floating on the surface at the moment. And you can see Vale is a bit further out. He's sunken beneath the water.
Whoever's beneath the water, I'll go for them.
Yeah, Vale. So you make a athletics check to see if you can dive out far enough to get to him in one round. Pretty easy roll.
Which one is that?
You want me to give you a shove?
Yeah, take it with advantage. Someone will toss a dwarf. Nobody tosses a dwarf.
That wasn't with advantage, but
yeah, roll again.
Is that alright? Oh, okay.
14 was good enough anyway. But yeah, we'll take the first one, which was a 6, which, yeah, we'll go with the 14. You dive in, and surprisingly, pretty agilely for a little dwarf. Maybe he must have spent a bit of time in some water in the past. Splashes through and carves a neat little dive into the surface of the water without even coming up for breath, as he doesn't need to breathe here. He goes and swims arm after arm, makes his way over to Vale and just grabs hold of him. You've got Vale, you're grappling him. What are you doing?
Bringing him to the surface.
Cool. Yep. So you can just make him to the surface with that roll. I think you can grab him and just get him up to the surface, kicking your legs. And when you're there, you can see the rest of the crew now spotting you, and they start to pull on the rope to haul you in. Excellent. All right, okay. Vale, you're being grappled. Top of the round, Erendor needs to make an athletic saving throw. With disadvantage, right? I think I gave you disadvantage, Vale. Yeah, disadvantage for.
Is Erendor unconscious?
He's dazed, which is why the disadvantage. It's just from the explosion of the ship.
Bless should still work then, right?
Yeah. So plus D4 here. Oh, 9. He is also going to slip beneath the surface.
God damn it.
Yeah, Kai, your turn. And sailors as well are also looking down. I mean, the rope's there. Some of the sailors are starting to like clamber over to get down to help him. But Erendor's close to the ship. Yeah. What do you reckon you're doing here, Kai?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to help the sailors to pull Vale up first. And then we'll send Dondar back again for a second dunking.
Okay. It's going to take a round or two to haul Vale all the way up, but
All right. What can I do?
Can I see any of this from where I'm at?
Probably not while loading a cannon.
yeah. If you, I mean, why don't you roll a perception check? Maybe you heard people calling out that there's stuff going on. You could probably poke your head out the cannon hole. Yeah, too much going on. You're focused on the work, and you haven't heard the calls. All right, Kai. Sorry, Rio, unless there's anything else you wanted to do here, or yeah.
Well, if it's my turn, the cannon's packed.
Okay.
Do I still have a shot at the enemy ship?
Yep, you can. Let's do Kai first because he's technically in initiative before you.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, all good.
All right.
So,
I see Dondar take the lead. I get another sailor to tie a rope to me. Not water breathing, but I believe I can swim pretty good. So, I try the same. I get inspired by Dondar, and I try the same trick.
great. Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You can get tied on and dive in. Erendor is directly beside the ship, so you don't even really need to jump that far. You can just sort of pin drop off and and grab him, and then just roll a athletics check as well, like Dondar did, to see if you can be strong enough to pull him up to the top. This one will be a bit easier because he's wearing light armor.
And then do I add the bless to it?
Yeah,
1d4.
nice. All right, you can grab Erendor and bring him to the surface. And seeing this now, sailors on the top, Barrack grabbing the rope with Vale and helping the crew haul both of you up. All right. And with that, the ships are just slowly getting further and further apart. Rio, I'll let you take another shot if you want.
Yep. Did I pack? I don't remember. Did I pack the good stuff last turn?
Yeah, you did. You did. Nice.
4d10.
Yep. It's gonna be another big one. Yep, 21 hits.
Jesus.
74 damage. Great. Excellent. I think that is enough. The ship had 300 health total.
That's close.
I mean,
Nearly
realistically, if
100, then 124, and then 74, plus whatever damage that other explosion did.
You've got 2 cannons, right?
Yeah,
the powder
but remember,
magazine-
in the first round.
You've done 316 damage to the ship. So the ship is now considered completely destroyed and incapacitated. You can see people on the other side, like, yeah, the whole front of the ship, actually. I mean, to be fair, actually, the gunpowder explosion would have wrecked it beyond saving anyway. There are people burning and screaming, falling off the side of the ship into the water. Others, anyone who has still managed to maintain their composure and stay upright, is like struggling to try and do anything to try and salvage the ship. But the ship is broken in several places, and it is going down. The captain is nowhere to be seen. The top of the ship, where the captain's wheel is, completely shattered. And slowly you can see the ship is almost breaking in the middle and starting to sink beneath the surface. Yeah. And with that, the combat comes to a close.
So everyone's safe out of the water.
Everyone is on board. Barrack.
Are we
Oh, sorry. Yeah, please carry on.
Are we taking no quarter? What are we doing with?
Are we looping back
Surviving.
around? No survivors.
Yeah. Barrett comes forward and just, does a quick check over the crew, make sure that everyone is all right. There are bodies of both soldiers and sailors on the deck of the Albatross, so losses were had on both sides. But he looks around the rest of you and says, well, it was messy, but we did what we had to do. Do you wish to clean up the remaining survivors or leave them to their fate? It's unlikely they will survive out here this far from shore. And yeah, please.
Go Kiwi, go.
Dundar is in favor of picking up anyone that's still alive. And also not wanting to waste his underwater breathing. Does he need to check the hull of the Albatross for any cannon damage?
Yeah, well, so you can see, if you just lean over the side, you can see there are a couple of holes at the back of the ship from the first salvo. Ship took 49 damage. Ari just kind of takes a sidelong look at Barrick and says, Barrick, you reckon it's worth checking the ship out, see if they had anything valuable on board? And Barrick almost rolls his eyes. Oh, can always count on you, Ari. Well, I suppose anyone want to spend the time to look over?
We probably should.
I would like no survivors. That's what I wish. I wonder where the captain is. That's the biggest risk.
All right.
What are the chances that explosion was seen or heard? How far are we from shore?
You're a decent way. I would say so. You're still a few coves away from even being within line of sight of Dartmouth. This area of the coast is not very highly populated, so unlikely people would have seen it. You're quite far out, but it's always a possibility. Yeah.
Once I saw the ship blow up, I would have started to make my way to top deck.
Okay.
Can you let me know what part of the conversation I'd get up there?
Let's just say you got up right as they started having the discussion about what they want to do with the ship. It's all good.
We've got to double back and make sure there's no witnesses.
I think it's a good idea, but I wanted to see what other people. I agree with Ryu.
Barrick says, well, we know what Ari wishes to do. I believe Vale is the only one we haven't heard from.
Do we have anywhere to hold prisoners?
No survivors.
What prisoners?
Yeah, that's a hard decision, but I honestly don't think we've got the capability right now.
Very well. A grim business we have ahead of us, but agreed. No witnesses. Our work here is too precarious and too important to leave to chance. Very well. All right.
What's the difference from when we go to the bridge when we have to kill people to get to the objective?
Indeed. Better now to reduce our risk than later. No time for these moral conversations, I suppose. To the task at hand. Ari, get the oars going. We'll double back and do what must be done.
Shoot anyone on sight, unless they're friendly. Like if any of our sailors fell overboard.
Yeah, I think all of the sailors are accounted for on the Albatross. You can't see anyone that is floundering. They were able to make their way. I'm not going to necessarily require us to talk through the
war crimes we're committing.
The execution of every single person, but there are a few. There are people who dived overboard when the explosion happened and were sort of dazed but managed to stay upright. There are some people clinging to bits of wood. You can slowly and methodically go past with crossbows and pick them off with no problem. They are helpless. There is nothing they can do. They can try going underwater. They can't hold their breath forever. Until eventually you're left with corpses floating in the water. and a ship sundered, slowly taking on water and starting to sink beneath the waves. Is there anything else you want to do?
I would like to procure some uniform from the ship if possible, like a uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the opportunity, if it presents itself, that we could disguise ourselves as proper Empire guard.
You couldn't have thought of that before blowing it up.
Yeah, they attacked first, you know. They attacked first.
So Kai, do you mean you want to, drop a boarding ship into the water and sail over and start looting and exploring the ship itself, or do you mean to grab some corpses out of the water and just strip them of their outfits?
I'd rather board the ship to loot it, but I would, before that, I would actually like to have a looting party to look for the captain of the ship.
All right. Who would like to go on this looting adventure?
Mm-hmm.
Whole party?
How many people can we fit
Arundel definitely wants
on
to
a
go.
boat?
I'm definitely not interested in water because I've gone in twice and nearly drowned.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I was going to say Arundel would definitely be keen, but he's also a bit dazed and stunned by the explosion and not keen to be in the water as well. So it looks like it's the three of you plus just a few sailors who will go along.
I suppose the water-breathing dwarf could go.
Yeah. Ari will also offer to come along. She is keen to check it out.
I'll just get an AFK for a bio while you guys are looting.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. The little skiff is dropped down into the water, and you can make your way over, rowing with a few oars, and start picking your way through the boat. So, the ship is it's not completely underwater yet. I would say like a good half of it has sunk down beneath, but the top sections are still poking out. Massive cracks. It's like bent and twisted at terrible angles. It's probably 10-20 minutes away from just completely coming to pieces. But you've got a short amount of time if you want to go digging around. So yeah, where would you like to look first? There's probably going to be only a couple of opportunities.
Probably just straight to the living quarters. The living quarters would have uniforms, or would it be storage room that JC blew up?
So I was going to say straight to the captain's cabin to see if there's going to be anything valuable in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Point. I'll follow JC.
If you want to split, then that's cool. You could do both at once, or you can stick together.
Well, I'm not looking for uniforms. I'm looking for correspondence, intel.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
A bit of treasures will help, but
I'll take 2 sailors for me to look for, like maybe 6 sets of uniforms.
Yeah,
that's all.
Cool, excellent. All right, let's do your search first, Kai. You can go down to the living quarters, and indeed, this is where you would find uniforms. There are chests about. There are like the odd little shelf and wardrobes and chests and stuff like that, full of spare change of clothes. There's sets of armor and weapons that are in the style of these Imperial soldiers. Roll an investigation check. Let's see how well you do. Cool. And roll it with advantage because you've got a couple of people helping you.
Okay.
Yeah. Just roll once again. Yeah. Cool. So we'll take the 19. I will take note of that. Great. And yourself. Actually, Donda, whereabouts will you be sticking with Rio to go to the captain's quarters, or would you be with Kai?
I'll stick with Kai, I think.
Go with Rio. I've got the sailors with me. We're just looking for
Okay. Rio then?
Cool. Excellent. All right. So you can precariously get your way up into the captain's quarters. It's quite shattered. A massive hole. Like you can, shine a laser pointer all the way from one side to the other, and there's just a clean hole straight through. But yeah.
Where did you get a laser pointer, Rio?
Yeah. Great. So what are you guys looking for?
From Kai.
Is there anything specifically you're looking for, or just a general search?
Intel
I'm not looking for anything.
Would be priority. Intel notes priority,
Mhm.
loot, treasure loot after secondary.
Cool. Alrighty, roll investigation for me then, with advantage. Unless Donda, you want to roll separately, you can do 2 separate ones.
I think just with advantage is fine.
Cool. All right, Rio, advantage for you.
I clicked it. How bad am I lagging?
5,000 millisecond.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that's a lot of dice.
Done it twice and it hasn't shown on my screen at all. Still.
We just got it, I think. Where we got the first one. You rolled a 17. Oh, actually.
He got 20.
20 on the first one. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. 20 on the investigation.
Cool.
That's...
I still haven't seen it.
You
I'm
can
going to reload forward.
Yeah, do a quick reload. Take our word for it. 20 on investigation. That's great. Okay, I'm excited about that. So, very obviously, you can see there are a few bodies in here. You can surmise it's very likely the people that were on the top deck when you blasted the hole straight through. 121 damage from a cannon shot is going to one-hit anyone on this ship, even people that are anywhere nearby. It doesn't have to be a direct hit. You find the corpses of a couple of veteran soldiers and the corpse of one Captain Yarna Coldfist in her gleaming armor and captain's hat.
Oh, there's
She
my
was
numbers.
immediately
Yoink.
killed. Yeah, the cannonball, bro, you rolled a natural 20. It came up directly underneath her feet. She was immediately killed.
Can I cast detect magic?
Yeah, go for it.
And I've forgotten how. This is fun.
Detect magic you can do as a ritual, or you can cast it as an action. Bearing in mind that ritual will take 10 minutes.
We
But
don't
if you
have the 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you cast an action, it'll just be a spell slot.
Okay.
Great. So you use a spell slot for that one?
Yep.
Tell
Give
me
a thing.
Tell me what your detect magic ritual looks like. How do you see Donda casting the spell?
Oh. Close my eyes and hum silently. Semi-silently.
And just your mind expands as you reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So
Mind expands around the room.
the arcane sigil on your forehead, you feel it start to tingle and heat up as you channel the energy through it. Your eyes closed and your mind just reaches out across the room. You do detect a bit of magic in here, actually. So with the 20 investigation check, there's all sorts of stuff in here. Like there's random books that are just waterlogged now and unreadable. You find a bit of money that you'll just chuck into the supply of other random coins and treasures and stuff like that the sailors have been finding as they've been searching. So we'll just put that to the side for now. You find in a cabinet, which is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's hidden, but it's very clearly the captain has had this cabinet specifically put there for herself. Rio, you find a very nice looking set of leather armor. It's got little turquoise gems studded up the side of each arm, and these little symbols scrawled along either side. Imagine these nice, cute little gems, symbols along the side, pristine, perfect looking armor. And Donda, as your detect magic goes off, you do sense magic coming from the set of armor. You also find that there is a tang of magic coming from Yana's body herself. Following that, you can go over to her and flip her over, and the sword at her side, which she didn't even have a chance to draw at this point, is also tingling, radiating with some magic.
Right. Do I know if it's... What do I know of the magic? Is it safe for me to touch that sword?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
You get a feeling it's just an enchanted sword to make it better and stronger, not cursed or anything like that. Great. Okay, so assume you guys take the armor and the sword.
Yep.
Does Donda point out to me that there's magical?
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
What
straight
kind
in
of
the backpack then?
do I know? Like, the spell suggests I know what school of magic it is.
Yeah, it'll be enchantment.
Okay, just general protection, or what is it?
You'll know it's enchanted, but you won't know what enchantment.
Yeah. I can tell you the
Magic.
school
You'd
of
need,
magic.
the other one.
Yeah, I can give you the school of magic. Give me 1 second to see the equivalent spell from the handbook.
Have you got that identify spell yet?
No,
Identify is really expensive to do.
I believe.
Doesn't he have it in the book and he just has to learn it?
I think
Yeah.
so.
But each time he casts it, it costs material.
Oh, what material? I don't know what it costs to cast that one. I'll look it up.
Sure. Level 1 identify. It shouldn't be that much.
Nah, it'll be 50 gold, which you've got, I
Yeah.
believe.
I do have that. I could learn it.
Yep. Alright, sorry. I believe it'll be a transmutation. Is what you're getting from the armor.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but
Yep.
okay.
All good.
I am a knowledgeable dwarf.
Yep. Cool. Okay. And also now, so as you are starting to head out on a 20 investigation, something catches your eye, Rio. You know, picture just a wrecked room. The boat is creaking and starting to, shift in uneasy and uncomfortable ways. But just as you're heading out of the room, ready to go, you spot in the corner of your eye something that just triggers. You're a very keen person when it comes to these sorts of things. Something looks like it is potentially useful. It's a corner of a scroll of paper with some interesting looking designs on it, poking out from underneath a tipped over shelf or cabinet. And if you wish to go and grab it, easy enough, you can pull it out by just lifting up the cabinet and sliding it over. And at a high level, looking at it, it appears to be some sort of sketch of a map or a design.
Ooh.
Yep, straight in the pocket.
Excellent. All right. The ship lurches again. You hear like the groaning sound of planks of wood starting to bend and buckle.
Time to go.
All right. You can race on off, unless there's any final things you want to specifically look for.
Was
Is there anything strange about the captain from what we can see from her appearance?
No, human.
Just- And a human?
Yeah. Not
Oh,
wearing the
actually,
traditional.
yes. Does she? Oh no, wait. She's wearing a blue cloak, wasn't she? Never
Yeah,
mind.
she's not wearing the traditional garb of the Empire. From what you gather, the Empire themselves sort of outsource a lot of their, work to other people. Not every single leader is a hand of the Empire necessarily. They don't have hands, like being the captains of ships. This would be an independent person that they've been using.
Oakley dockly.
Alrighty. Jumping back onto the skiff and heading over to the Albatross, make your way back up on top of the deck, and you're free now to look at what you've got. So, as the sailors with you had fanned out, Ari herself keen to dig through the items, they'd found miscellaneous ship supplies that they found useful in, a bunch of stuff that might be good to help repair your own ship. Why have we got mysterious music? Let's put on something a bit more peaceful, eh? Miscellaneous ship supplies. Kai, you found enough, soldier outfits, as many as you would have needed or liked to have carried. We can say half a dozen or so. Yeah, great. There was a hoard of coins and treasure found. The coins will be split, fairly evenly between the people who had fought in the combat. So I'll say 50 gold to everyone to add it on in total.
Whoa!
You have a magical set of armor and a magical sword and a map. Let me stick this on Erendor so I don't forget as well.
So it's 50 gold, right?
50 gold, yeah. While you were away, Barrack has, got the crew together and pulled together the people that they had lost and let's do that now. Let's see the aftermath of the fight. You were never going to lose this fight. You had over double the numbers that the enemies did. You know, you had a packed crew full of soldiers that some probably aren't quite as good as some of their veterans, but most on average, I'd say your sailors are stronger than the average soldier on the enemy ship. You completed, I would say, clearly completed one objective, which was destroying the cannons. I was going to give you a +1 because of the fog cloud, which gave you a few rounds of the archers not being able to attack. So we're at a +4. And then the gunpowder, I'm going to give that another +3 because that was wild and interesting thinking. So I will consider that another objective completed. So I was going to give you a +3 for each strike team objective. So that was +6 for completing 2, and then a +1 because of the fog cloud. I thought that was kind of cool as well. So we're looking at a +7. So unroll me a d20 so we can see what the result of the overall combat was, and add a 7 to it.
Any plus for blowing the fuck out of the ship?
Yeah, actually, you know, so I guess it wasn't necessarily an objective to destroy the ship, but I'll chuck on another +2 for that.
He took out the captain.
Oh, you did take out the captain.
Oh yeah, I did nuke the captain. Yeah.
You nuked the captain. You didn't realize you did, but you nuked the captain. All right, another +3. So we're looking at a +10. Amazing. Excellent. Holy shit. Okay, great. So who wants to do it?
You roll it, man.
Who wants to roll the d20?
Sure.
Do it.
Do it.
Steam pop up at the bottom right on the dice. Give me 1 moment.
Come on, that 20. I've already blown mine for the session.
All right.
Not bad.
23. 10%.
3.4 Rodigan.
Say again, sorry?
3.4 Rodigan. Not great, not terrible.
Yeah. 10% of the crew were lost in the fight, which is pretty good. 80 people total, and you lost 8 souls.
8 dudes.
It's not bad. Some of the crew look a bit shaken. Some are injured. The
Most of them are deaf.
Say again, sorry?
Most of them are deaf.
Oh,
a lot of them
yeah,
have got ringing
definitely.
ears. Alaris is certainly going to have her work cut out for her down in the med bay, but Erendor will, I'm sure, go and help her deal with those medicine, and hopefully Kai as well can lend a hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 souls were lost, and some of them were still on the Devil's Wish when they died. Some have been lost overboard, but 4 remain on the deck of the Albatross, and they've been laid out with cloaks laid over top of them as people just sort of gather around and spend a few moments to pay their respects. All in all, could have been a lot worse, but I think people, it's almost like it's tough to lose members of your crew. Any damage to the ship is always scary for sailors, but it's almost like a bit of a morale check. We've come together, we've got a purpose, and this was our first fight. This was the first real fight that these people have had against the Empire, and I think some of them are feeling invigorated by it.
Should be.
Can I get Barak to do a sermon, and I'll help do a ritual for the dead? So we're gonna do a, what's it called? A burial at sea, right?
Yeah, totally. Barrack he's done this a few times before. It's never pleasant for a captain, but it is his duty. And so yeah, he will stand to the side and start reciting the old mariner's tale that is told when people are returned to the ocean. And what are you doing, Kai, as part of the ritual?
I pray. I try and concentrate and seek out guidance from Saloon.
Sorry, who?
Or from the goddess. I just know it's a goddess because I was interrupted last time from the people waking us up at the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you can reach out, and a warm radiance can extend from your hands as the celestial energy, the goddess, whoever she is with you and looking over you, and you can help Barrack one by one, as the sailors are put to rest beneath the waves, and their spirits are comforted as they move on to the next existence. Right. Still another day's journey ahead of you, but there are going to be repairs that need to be done on the ship. People need to be patched up. Is there anything else you guys want to achieve tonight? Otherwise, we will come to a close.
I'll head down to the medical bay and
Mhm.
do as much first aid and healing as I could.
Yeah, the med bay, it's completely dark. There are no windows in here, just lit with lantern light. But Alaris, the grey-skinned elf, is very, very happy to have you to help. And with Erendor as well, after he's manages to shake himself from the dazing, you guys are able to start working through the crew, patching up. You can do a bit of magic here and there to heal up some wounds.
Yeah, I bust out my chalice form to make my healing a bit more efficient.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the better part of a day you spend healing people. Great, excellent. Anyone else want to do anything over the next day?
I'm no carpenter, but I am proficient with woodcarver's tools and am the bosun, so be assisting out and helping with repairs.
Excellent. There is some rolls you can make actually for doing that. Shoot, it's been a while since I looked at the. Let me pull open the. I think it's a d20 plus your proficiency.
I did see the bosun, it says.
Yeah. Strength plus proficiency. Do you want to just roll that?
Carpenter's tools, I'm not carpenter, I'm woodcarver,
Yeah.
so maybe not quite.
Here we go. Repair, bosun only. On a 15 or higher, each damaged component regains hit points equal to 1d6 plus the crew's quality score.
What?
So you got to beat a 15 with a strength plus proficiency.
Oh.
Oh, actually, it wouldn't. Well, you'll be working with Gromdal because you're not technically the bosun, but I'll just let you roll it anyway. So do it with proficiency since Gromdal's also helping out.
I'll just roll it and we'll add proficiency, which is what, a 2?
Yep, 2 at this level. Nice. Yep. Excellent. So you can do 1d6 plus 5, which is the crew's quality, because they are feeling very morale from this fight. Oh, nice.
11 points on the whole out of
Yep.
40 or 50 we took.
Yep, that's correct. It was 46 total, so yeah, you can start the work on patching up the hole at the back. Little bit of superficial damage where the grappling hooks and whatnot had carved into the railings, but yeah, for the most part, ship's not looking too bad considering. And as you sail away into the horizon, the smoldering ruins of the ship slowly sinking behind you as the waves claim many souls. Final call for any preparations or any other things you want to do ahead of the next session, or are you guys happy to call it here?
Should
Yep, no, couple of
identify
things.
the looted magical items if we didn't.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can talk about the items.
Sorry, can I learn identify?
Yep. Yeah, no problem. Over the next day or evening, you can learn identify. So do you want to cross off 50 gold's worth of paper?
Yep.
And chuck on the old. Yeah, nice. You'll have 25 left. You can chuck on the old identify spell to your spell list. I'll help you do that later if you want. But in the meantime, talk us through, Donda, what your identify ritual looks like.
I haven't even seen the spell yet. I think it's similar to my detect magic. Holding or touching an item, closing my eyes and faintly humming.
Yeah, so I believe you can do multiple items all at once. You don't have to touch individual.
Okay.
So yeah, you can sit down the items.
You
in a
must touch throughout the casting of the spell.
pile. There you go. Can you do multiple?
Donda spreads out his fingers.
I'm pretty sure I can ritually cast it.
Yeah. So as a ritual, we'll say.
Oh, it is a ritual. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, let's check because identify. Surely it's not 10 minutes per item. There'll be a pain in the bum.
I think it technically
Choose
is.
one object you must touch around the castle.
1 minute.
Well. Okay, so you have to do.
Unless you
to
want
have
to burn spell slots, it's 10 minutes per item, yeah.
Pearl worth
You
100
need a pearl
gold.
as well. Yeah. Okay. I will roll to see if anyone on the ship has a pearl. It's not necessarily an uncommon item, because you're at sea. Sailors find pearls all the time. It's not a rare gemstone. Gemstones are rare on this land, but a pearl isn't really a gem, I don't think, I would argue. So on 11 or higher, someone on the ship has a pearl. Here's a d20.
Oh,
There
just
you go.
on.
Excellent. Yeah, so easy enough. Someone has a pearl. And you can sit down, close your eyes, and hum as you investigate the magical properties of each of these items. The, again, arcane symbol on your forehead starting to glow as your presence stretches out and touches these items. The first one, the set of armor, is a mariner's armor. It is leather, and it allows you to swim at your normal walking speed while you're underwater. And is it a +1 as well? Ugh. I didn't actually write down the stats of the thing. I just just pulling it up. You can find it from the SID anyway, but yeah. Cool. Mariner's armor. While you're wearing the armor, you have swimming speed equal to your walking speed. And when you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, it causes you to shoot 60 feet towards the surface.
Wow.
So yeah, basically great for being underwater. And the sword, very, very fine sword. It's ornate. It's got excellently crafted, imbued gold into the hilt. +1 longsword.
Such a pity the dwarf cannot use, or not cannot use well, longswords.
Great. So I'll leave that one with you guys. And I assume, Ria, you would have taken a moment to look at the map.
Yes.
Roll an intelligence check.
Yeah,
It's
you're
on paper.
really tired.
Yeah, you're a bit tired. Maybe try again tomorrow. It's you can see the sketch of what looks like bird's eye view, potentially buildings. There might be a river. Tough to really make out exactly at this point in your current state. But why don't we try again tomorrow to see if you can piece it together a bit more. But yeah, it seems to be the sketching or the blueprints of a some sort of village or structure.
While we're in the medic bay,
Yeah.
Arendor spoke to me, and he said we would like to make some a feather, just a simple feather necklace, or during the trip. That's about it.
Okay. So sorry, so you mean Arendor has said this to you, or you're saying it to him?
Yeah. He told me to help him make a feather necklace.
For himself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's easy enough. You could probably find some feathers from arrows or...
Yeah, he said he had some in his, what's it called, pouch.
Okay. So do you mean you've talked to Death Mouse outside of the game?
Yeah. Like, yesterday. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. I think I vaguely remember something to do with feathers, so all good. Or, I mean, you could just, like, shoot down a seagull or something as it's flying past. Yeah, you can weave together a feather necklace. Is there any sort of design that he was after, or that you want?
No, as long as it had a feather on it, that's all he wanted.
Yeah, cool. I'll leave that up to him to decide what it looks like then. But Arendor is able, with your help, and Ilaris as well, will help you make a nice, ornate-looking feather necklace of some description as you're down, spending your hours curing and healing the crew. All good. Everyone happy?
Yeah, that's good.
Sweet. So, final thing. I spent ages thinking about this, to be honest, because it wasn't what I had in mind. I had a different sort of idea around, where we would end up in terms of the pacing. But I decided, executive decision, it's more fun to just have fun than it is, rather than trying to just stick to some weird adherence of the way you'd sort of had planned. So, I think we're going to do a level up. Everyone's going to hit level 5 after this session because that was fucking incredible. And yeah, it's more fun to be high level, so let's do it. Everyone can feel free to go and roll your health. And then feel free to do your level up over the next couple of weeks.
We amazing.
Incredible.
I'll let Devin know.
I don't know if anyone saw what I posted in general, but we got out of that very lightly from what we could have.
Yeah, it could have gone real bad, real quick.
Magazine detonations on sailboat cannon ships are bad. Like, bad, like...
Like, in
It's
real
not a
life.
case of it blows up and then the ship sinks. It's a case of there is no longer a fucking ship.
Yeah, and the ship next to it would probably disappear as well.
There's a reason when he said, I'm cracking a barrel and running a trail, I instantly said, we are leaving already. Yeah, cutting the lines, and anyone still in that ship is fucked.
Yeah.
And anyone within probably 500 meters is probably fucked.
Yep. I feel like if the ship hadn't already been destroyed, like, broken from the earlier stuff, cutting the ropes, allowing it to give it just enough space, could have been bad if you were still strapped together.
Literally, the first one on that wiki list, like 480 hands lost.
Oof.
Yeah.
Also, the intelligence check from Kai, not realizing how fast gunpowder burns, it's going to be like, it's just going to whip across the floor. But yeah, all good. Yeah, shit. Cool. All right, so everyone let's do hit dice one at a time. So we'll just go straight down the list. If you want to start, Donda, chuck in your hit die.
How do we do
I'm
this?
trying to work out how to use that on the new sheet.
I'm trying to
like
figure.
the character sheet.
So the hit dice is underneath your health bar. How do you roll it? Do you have to click short rest? Short rest.
Don't we just roll a D whatever, like based off what we're leveling up in?
Yep. So you can roll it manually, but if you're not sure what your class's dice is, up the top right of your character sheet, there's a little knife and fork symbol. Click that, and it'll tell you what your hit die type is. So Donda, you've got a D6.
Assuming no one's multi-classing again. That's all. Sorry.
I think they're both D8s for his classes, so he's good.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, cool. Donda, D6. Good luck. I believe in you. Reroll a 1. Okay, 2.
Better than a 1.
Yeah. I'll let Death Mouse do Erendor. You go, Kai.
Let's go. Oh,
All right.
then
Three's
nothing.
all right. Rio. Mr. Max HP in the party. All right.
Not this time.
Vale, come on, man. Please, I believe in you.
1.
All right. All good. All good. Not too bad. Middle of the road. Excellent. All right. Fantastic. Well, good. Have fun leveling up over the week. And if you need any, I think level 5 is usually some good stuff. So if you need to hit me up around any questions around stuff you want to choose, then shoot me a note or chuck in the class discussions chat, I suppose, in Discord as well. And you can, people will be happy to help. But yeah, level 5 is a good power spike, so I think you can assume to see some good stuff. I'm curious to see what spells Kiwi will take at level 5, because you get 3rd level spell slots.
Oh,
Yeah.
dangerous.
All right, incredible. I'm going to switch off the stream and go and make dinner, I think. So.
Me